Hello everyone, my name is Ashish and you are watching another web YouTube channel, and in this video we are going to make a JavaScript project that is basically a color swapper. So here on the screen you can see what we are going to make. So without wasting any time, let's get started. If you have not yet subscribed to our channel, please hit the subscribe button and also the notification bell icon so that you don't miss any of our videos. So I already have my HTML boilerplate ready. I'm going to quickly go through the HTML and the CSS part because I don't want to waste time on it. I'll be covering the JavaScript part in detail. So here you can see I have linked the style.css file, which is right now empty, and I have given a title, and then we have a header element in which we have one h1 and one h3. And again we have one div having an ID of output here. This will be our color box where we will change the different colors. And we also have another div having an ID of color container. Here we will keep the little color circles which we'll be able to click, and we can see the output in this div having the ID of output. And here right now I have created 3 divs having the class of color pick, but this is just for representation purpose right now. At the end of the video we will dynamically generate this, so we're gonna delete this and we will dynamically generate this through JavaScript. Then at the end we have the script tag to link our script.js file, which is again empty for now. Now let's come on to the style.css file. So here basically I'll be copying and pasting the code, and I'll go through the complete CSS part. All the starter files are given for you so that you can just download the HTML and CSS part and you can start coding the JavaScript part. So let's move on to this. So you can see I've given the box sizing to border box for the complete document. I've set the margin and padding to 0. Now for the body element I've set the background color to a light gray, and then we have this header element. Here for that I've just given the basic styling. I've given some padding, I've set the text align and the font family, and given the color of white and the background color of green. Then we have the h1 element, and for that we have set the font size to 3 rem and the padding to 1 rem. This completes our header section. Now next we have the div having an ID of output. Let's style this. So I'm just going to copy and paste. So this is our output section. You can see it is now complete. So basically we want it at the center. So I've given the top margin of 3 rem and the left and right margin of auto. We have given the max width to 350 pixels, the display to flex, and align items and justify content to center. I am doing this just because I want my output div to be at the center. So I have used the Flexbox model. If you don't know what is Flexbox model, I have already created a video on that, so you can go and watch. Then we can set the text color to a shade of gray, and then I've set the font size to 0.8 rem, the font family to sans serif. Then I've given a height of the div to 7 rem, and I've given the border of light gray, a double border of light gray. Then we have the border radius of 10 pixels. And then we have the background color of tomato, and I have also given a box shadow, so it gives a little cool effect on this box. Now next we have this div having an ID of color container. So let's style this. Again I'll simply copy and paste. So now here you can see we have got 3 little circles which will contain our colors, and when we'll click on these circles, the color inside this box will change. So let's see the styling. In the div having an ID of color container, we have set the max width to 350 pixels. I want these circles to be at the center of the box. It should be centrally aligned with the box. So that's why the max width of the color container div and the max width of the output div should be same. Now next we have set the height to 3 rem. We have set the display to flex, margin to auto, and align items and justify content to center, so that the divs having this class of color pick, these becomes the flex items and they will be aligned in the center. Next, in the color pick class, we have set the margin to 5 pixels, we have set the height to 2 rem, width to 2 rem, and we have set the border radius to 50%. So we set the border radius to 50% to get a circular shape. I set the border to 1 pixel, again double, and I've given the color of light gray. Then we have the background color as white, and we also have given a little transition so that when we hover over it, we get a nice effect. Then we have added the hover effect, and in that we have just added a box shadow. And we also have an active class which we have not yet added right now, but we will dynamically add this active class through JavaScript. So what will happen with the active class, let me show you. So if I add this active class, you can see that this will remain like this. So if I click, so I will add this active class dynamically through JavaScript. So when we click this, the active class will be added to this circular shape. So whichever color is active, it will show like this. So I'll remove this right now. Actually, we'll remove all of this, all the three divs of having the class of color pick, and we will dynamically add through JavaScript. I told you already. So let's leave it for now. Let's come on to the script.js file. Here, let's first define a color list. And we'll create a list. And we'll put some colors in it. Say red, green, and blue. Now we are going to grab this div having the class of color pick, and we'll also grab this div having the ID of output. So basically we are going to grab this div and these color pick circles. So we'll use the get element by ID method. So we can define a variable, say color picker, and we'll set its value equal to document dot get element by ID. Sorry, this circles are having the class name of color pick. So you can see here that we have the class of color pick. So we have to do get elements by class name, and here we'll say color pick. Now we'll grab this div. This div has an ID of output, as you can see here. So let's say let output equal to document dot get element by ID, and we'll set its value equal to output. Okay, so now we have grabbed this div. Let's log it on the console and see like whether we are doing it correctly or not. Whenever you are writing in JavaScript, always use console.log to keep checking your code whether you're going in the right direction or not. Like I do it that way. Now if I open the console here, you can see we have a HTML collection of all the three divs having the class of color pick, and we have also this div having an ID of output. So this is fine. Okay, next we are going to loop through this color pick elements, and we are going to assign the colors to it. I'm going to run a for loop. We'll say let I equal to 0. We want to loop through it the number of times we have these small circles. So I'm going to say I less than color picker dot length. And then I'm going to say I plus plus. So basically this color picker has a length of 3 because it has got 3 divs. So this loop is going to run 3 times. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to change the background color of these circles to the values from color list. So for that I'm going to say color picker dot style, sorry, color picker I. Since it is a HTML collection, so we have to access this by using its index number, and dot style dot we'll say background color, and we'll set its value equal to color list and in square brackets I. And you can see that the color of these divs has been changed, and it is from the color list. So basically the first color is red, so that's why the red color, and then we have the green color and then the blue color. So the green color and the blue color. Now we are going to add an event listener, and we are going to listen for the click event. So let's say color picker I dot add event listener, and we are going to listen for the click event. And here we are going to create a function. And inside this, I'll create a function called change color. Now in the change color function, I want to pass the parameter. I want to pass the colors. Now if I want to click on this red circle, I want to pass the red color. If I want to click on the green circle, I want to pass the green color. So we'll simply pass the color from the color list I. And we also want to pass the index number of which div we are clicking. We need to pass the I because I told you we'll create an active effect. So if I click on this effect, I want the color of this box to change, and I also want this circle to remain active. So for that, I have passed this I here. You will see it when we'll define the change color function. Now let's define the change color function. I'm going to use the JavaScript ES6 syntax. So basically we'll use the arrow functions. So I'll say change color equal to, and here we'll start a bracket, and in this we'll pass these, we'll create variables to receive these values. So we have one color list and we have one I. So basically here I'm going to say color, and I'll say active. These are the two variables, and we'll create an arrow, and inside this we'll create a for loop. Where I will be less than color picker dot length. Basically we want to loop through all these elements I plus plus, and here I will say color picker I dot class list dot remove, and we'll say active. Now we are doing this because we want to remove this active class from all of this. We are doing this because when we add the active class, then it should not remain active when we click the other class. You will understand it in a while. Just a second. Like first we should, now let's add the active class. So this class list dot remove and class list dot add, they are the JavaScript methods which you can use to add and remove a class dynamically. I hope you got that. So now when we click on any of these circles, we will add this active class to that div. For example, if I click on this, you can see that the red is active here. If I click on green, the green is active here. Now, and you will also now understand the purpose of this for loop. Like for example, if I comment this out, now if I click on this, so red is active. Now if I click on the green div, you can see the red is still active. If I click on the blue div, again, they both are still active. We don't want that. We want the active class to be removed every time we click on the other div. So that's why we have created this loop, and it will loop through all the elements and it will remove the active class from all of this, and only the active class will be added to the div where we will click. So I'm gonna remove the comment. Sorry. Yeah. So you can see that the click functionality is now working. Now we want to change the color of this output div. So for that we have already created a variable output. So I'm going to say output dot style dot background color, and we'll set its value equal to color. So you can see we have passed the colors from the color list in this color variable. So I'll set the output dot style dot background color to color, and now when we'll click this, you can see the color is now getting changed. Now there is one issue in this. Although this is a working color swapper, but there is one issue in this. In the index.html file, we have only created 3 divs. Okay, so if we want to add one more color here, we need to either create another div, and we also need to change this color list. For example, if I add something here, for example, if I add pink here, now you can see no changes have been reflected here. Now if I add, for example, 3 more divs here, you can see that the 4th div is pink, but the 5th and 6th div are white. We don't want that. We want to make the changes at only one place and everything should sync automatically. So for that, we will dynamically create this div having the class of color pick, and then when we will add any color to the color list, a circle will be added with that color. Let's see how we can do that. So first I'm going to remove all this div having a class of color pick from here. Now what I'm going to do, I'll go to the script.js file. Here we will grab this color container div, and so let's do that first. So I'll say let container equal to document dot get element by id, and I'll say output. Sorry, not output, but the color container. Yeah. Now what I'm going to do, I'll create a for loop, and I want to check how many items we have in the color list. So for example, here I have 4 items in the color list. I want to run the loop 4 times, and every time I will add a circle here. So let's see how we can do that. So I'll create let I equal to 0. I'll run the loop the number of times we have the colors. So color list dot length, and we'll say I plus plus. Now what I'm going to do is, we'll say container dot inner HTML. We can use inner HTML to add to directly add HTML content inside this. So we'll say div, and we want a class of color pick, and we'll click, and we will close this div. So now you can see we only have one element here. Now why this is happening? Because I have not used the string concatenation. So I have, although we are running the loop 4 times, because we have 4 colors here, every time the loop runs, the inner HTML value of the container element gets replaced. So for that we will use a plus sign here. So the value is not removed, basically it is appended. So now you can see we have got 4 colors here. So if I'm going to create any other color, for example, if I say for example white, you can, for example, if we say white here, you can see that the white color is automatically added. You can add another color here. So if I add yellow here, you can see that the yellow color has been added. So now by making only one change in the color list element, we can automatically get everything we want. And when we click on any of these colors, you can see that the color is being changed. So that's all for today. Hope you enjoyed making this color swapper project. Thank you for watching the video. Please hit the like button if you learned something. If you're new here, consider subscribing. See you in the next video. Till then, take care. Bye-bye.